NBA props, NHL bets, tips, predictions, same game parlays, Hawks versus Cavaliers, Bucks versus Heat, you name it, we've got it, and we're going to talk all about it. Welcome to the Road to Millions. I am Andy from WagerTalk.com. We're going to go over sleeper of the day, stat of the day as well. We're also going to kind of give a little update where we stand. Our week started on Friday, and we're up about 4.5 units so far. So far, so good. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to take a look about what we have for the Road to Millions and all access clients coming up. And great news, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, they've let me do the 7-day special again this week. So we ran the 7-day special last week for Thanksgiving. I know it was widely popular. I asked if we could do it again, and they said yes, they're going to let me do it. So use the promo code LANG7. 7-day pass, normally $99, now down to $69. It's the exact same as last week. And no matter what day you bought it last week, you're profitable. Monday, if you bought it Monday, we're 14-6. Tuesday profitable, Wednesday profitable, Thursday profitable. So take advantage of that, guys. They're letting me do it. I don't think anybody else on the website is doing it. So I know it's popular. Let's do it again. So lock in that 7-day pass promo code for instant discount on checkout. All right, you guys know we love starting with some positive vibes from the audience. Did not do a show yesterday, but Ryan says hit an NHL parlay yesterday based on a lot of the great knowledge. Boom. I love this one. Tyler, I kicked in the NFL's door, ate their Thanksgiving dinner, and slept on their couch. Love it. Love it. It's time for a prop bet party. Yeah, because a prop bet party never stops. We're getting that shirt up. And yes, Max Verstappen, never a doubt. Greatest parlay piece of the year. Just absolutely, absolutely great. So a lot of positive vibes. So appreciate you guys doing that. And guys, leave me a like. Give me a like and leave a comment. Tell us what's going right. If you're having a winning week, let me know. If you like the plays, let me know. Just give us something positive in the comment section. Tell us what your best bet is for tonight. So let's just do our sneaky play of the day. So let's go to the Florida Panthers and Evan Rodriguez. I have been talking about some of these guys from the Florida Panthers to not have a point. Sam Bennett was a nice run, and then he got his point. So I'm looking at Evan Rodriguez, and he may be the guy on Florida to concentrate on. He seems to be the one that's getting left out. So 7 straight games without a point. And when we look at what's going on, just the Panthers are getting healthier. When we go back, he had a stretch of 3 games in a row that he had a point. But there was no Sam Bennett or Brandon Montour. Those guys are back now. So Rodriguez seems to be the one that's suffering. So 7 straight games without a point, and at least we can kind of make sense of it. It's like, okay, he was getting points when those guys were out. Now he's not getting points. This might be a really nice one to ride. We rode the Sam Bennett train for a little bit. So let's take a look at Evan Rodriguez. Will not have a point. I don't know why I keep picking on the Florida Panthers, but keep talking about those guys to not have a point. Let's take a look at the stat of the day. We're talking Joel Embiid and just what an incredible weapon he is. Like, obviously, I'm not breaking news. Joel Embiid's good, but look at his free throws. Joel Embiid has made 165 free throws this season. Damian Lillard is second with 129. I mean, that's 36 more free throws than Damian Lillard. Now, there are 17 players, I looked this up, 17 players who have attempted 100-plus free throws. Embiid has the 4th highest free throw made percentage out of those guys. So not only is he taking a ton of them, he's making most of them, 88%. Just under 88% for the year. So Joel Embiid, like, if you're looking at these points props and these PRA props for Embiid, that's a really, really good weapon, is that he takes a ton of free throws and he makes a lot of them. So great work from Joel Embiid. Real quick, guys, just want to remind everybody, we're doing that 7-day pass. Promo code on checkout. Use the promo code LANG7 for Andy Lang at WagerTalk.com. 7-day pass, instant discount down to $69, same as last week. Very, very profitable. Right now, we've got an NHL best bet that is up for today. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to put up the cross-sport parlay of the week. We got a really, really good one. And then here towards the end of the video, we'll go over what's coming up for the next few days. But for now, let's take a look at some NBA props and NHL props. There's a few pretty good spots on the board today. Obviously, my NHL play that I put up is obviously my favorite. But let's start with the NBA and a couple of things here. So I've noticed this Scotty Barnes, I believe, has kind of started to fall off a little bit when you look at his points and his points, rebounds, and assists. So I'll blow this up a little bit. So, I mean, you can see just here on the points, he was hitting a ton at the beginning of the year. Now, not so much. And I believe his points, rebounds, and assists tells the same story. Yeah, so he was hitting a ton, but now he's kind of every other game. So Scotty Barnes, I believe his stats are kind of tailing off here. So we're using his alt assist lines quite a bit because they gave us 3.5. And if you put this down to 3.5, it's a really good parlay piece. If you're using Scotty Barnes 3.5, he normally gets over that one. So Scotty Barnes was one that I noticed, and another one we looking at is Terry Rozier. Hasn't played a ton of games, but he's getting over. And when I say getting over, he's just barely getting over, but pretty consistent, between 20 and 24 points every game. So Terry Rozier, they've got this at 20.5. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And let's take a look who is not getting it done. And Mikal Bridges is, he's struggling here. So we look here at his points, and he has that huge 45-point game. But, man, not a whole lot going on outside of that. He's coming in just under 15, 24, 18, 23, 21. Fact is, he's only gone over this point total 3 times this year. Toronto's defense is not bad, the middle of the road, maybe just a little bit better. So might look at Bridges here coming under his points. There's just a lot of guys that score on that one. So that was one that I noticed. And then I think that was it for points. I did want to look at 3-pointers. There's one that really jumps out, and it's a really interesting one. Take a look at Kobe White of the Chicago Bulls. So he's just been playing a lot more minutes. You're looking at this 3-point total, and it's kind of just come out of nowhere here. So, he's not getting it done, and then all of a sudden, wow, what's going on here? 4, 4, 7, 4, and 5. It's interesting because Boston, they're a great defensive team, but you can shoot 3-pointers on them. They're 21st in 3-pointers allowed. So I was looking at Kobe White's game log here. I can pull it up so y'all can see it here. So his, let's see, his total tonight is 3.5. Or I'm sorry, 2.5. So he needs to get to 3. And, we haven't seen a huge increase in minutes. We've just seen a huge increase in attempts. So, you look at the first, 4 games of the year, he's only taking 5 a game. But, man, it has jumped up to over 7 attempts per game. And recently, 12, 7, 12, 8, and 10. Those are his attempts. So, he's their starting point guard. And Caruso and Levine are questionable tonight. We'll see if they play. But Kobe White, interesting one. He is on a tear for the 3-pointers that are made. And then there was one that I was looking at taking under. Klay Thompson. He's another guy. They keep putting this at 3.5, and he just has not been getting it done. If you want to look at home, it's really crazy with him. He's scoring like 5 points a game more on the road than he is at home. He's just playing better away. In fact, if you want to look at his points, so away, he's getting over this 16.5 total. And then at home, he's just not getting it done. So Klay Thompson has the opposite going on here. So when you see him on the road, maybe a good time to take it over. When he's at home, maybe just fade him a little bit. So, but looking at his 3-pointers here, when he's home, he is not getting over this 3.5, and he doesn't look right. He's obviously not the Klay Thompson of old. We just kind of have to accept that. But might be some money to be made here on the under on Klay Thompson 3-pointer. So that's the NBA props that I wanted to go over, and let's take a look at some NHL props. So I'm enjoying not having shots on goal in my life. I really am. I hate watching and trying to root for a guy to get a shot on goal. So I haven't done any this year, and I think I'm going to keep doing that. So but you guys know I've been talking a lot about points, so we can take a look at some points. This one's tough because he's got a pretty tough matchup. But honestly, the Predators are playing pretty good. They're on a 5-game win streak, and the Penguins are kind of slumping a little bit. So this is a little deceiving about the fifth for goals allowed. So I kind of like the spot for Nashville. I feel like Nashville's on a nice little hot streak, and the Penguins are on a little bit of a cold streak. Hot Penguins and cold. So maybe take a look at that. My official play tonight. It's a parlay, and there is a piece involved with that one. So when we're looking at guys that are struggling, I mean, you keep talking about these Florida guys, but I talked about Evan Rodriguez a little bit earlier. Some of these are just so juiced that I'm kind of staying away from them. So I actually really don't think there's a whole lot I'm going to be doing with these. Sidney Crosby, I mean, minus 245. His teammates minus 245. So some of these they really, really priced out of the market. I think one maybe that you could look at is Pavelski. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sorry, I butchered that one. He's been on a tear. He's got a pretty decent little matchup. Winnipeg, they're okay. On defense, middle of the road, but whenever I see numbers like that, pretty excited about Dallas. I mean, Dallas is a really, really good team. And then some of these guys that are 1.5, I know I talked about Kucherov, taking him to not get 1.5, and it actually worked the other night. He only had 1 point. So maybe we go back to that. You know, he had 6 against Carolina, but you see before that, not too many that he's getting multiple points in recently. So, unfortunately, Arizona, pretty good matchup. You expect Tampa to be able to score some goals in that one. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be in play on Kucherov, but something to look at. And I even though I know I said I don't do shots on goal, this one's interesting. Austin Matthews, they got this thing jacked up to 4.5. Getting 5 is a lot of shots on goal. Look at this. 7 games in a row, he hasn't gotten it done, and he's facing Florida that allows the 7th least amount of goals and 3rd least amount of shots on goal. So I did notice Austin Matthews in that one. So those are some NHL props that I think everyone can take a look at. So I mentioned earlier about plays that we have coming up, and this is a good time to kind of just update, like, hey, where are we at on our week? So we did Bankroll Reset Day on Friday, and we're up 4.5 units since then. So we're doing great. I'm very, very happy with where our plays are. The only thing I'm not happy with is NBA. Started off hot. We've dropped a few NBA plays. I went back and looked. And this exact same thing happened to us last year. And we kept firing away, and we had a miserable winter with NBA plays. And I'm not going to let that happen again. So the alt assists we're doing good. I'm going to pull back a little bit because NHL's been running so hot. 15-8 in NHL. Those seem to be working good. With NBA, I'm going to sit out a few days, kind of paper trade and see what's going on. Had Obi Toppin to have over 10.5 points yesterday. He has 7 in the first quarter, and then he plays 19 minutes the entire game and only has 9 points. So we take an L on that one, and I still don't know how or why. And that's exactly what happened to us last year. So not going to let it happen again. We're not letting NBA tank our season. We're going to paper trade, see if these alt assists kind of come back to us. And if they do, we'll keep firing away on them. If not, maybe just lay off, or maybe just try one and put it in a cross-sport parlay or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm pretty passionate about not letting NBA get out of control. So, okay, upcoming plays. If you're getting a 7-day pass, which you should, take advantage of that. Or if you're already on all access, so what do we have? So Tuesday, I'm going to put up our cross-sport parlay of the week, and the NHL play is already up. And then I'm getting ready for our football play. Thank God they put out team totals already. So I should have that play up tonight or tomorrow. So Wednesday, we'll still have the cross-sport parlay that will be up. We'll take a look at NBA and NHL, and then I should have the college football play of the week that's up. Thursday will probably be in play in NHL. Then we got to look at NFL for Thursday. I know we will be in play for that Thursday game. College football play will be up, and then we're going to get ready for soccer on Friday. I'm looking hard at a couple games on Friday for college football, so maybe that play may take place on Friday. If not, it'll be on Saturday. We'll get ready for soccer and, of course, UFC. And then on Saturday, we'll have UFC, NHL, and NBA to be determined. Of course, we're getting ready for NFL, and then Sunday will be NFL. Get ready. December 15th, the darts tournament of the year is coming. And this is the one that Corbin absolutely loves. We talked about it yesterday, he and I did, and we just left too much money on the table last year. It's a 2-week tournament, and the first few days of that tournament there is money to be made there. And we did fine on it last year, but we went back and looked, and it was like we need to have 4 times the amount of plays that we did. We were doing 1 play a day, maybe a couple in the first few days, and that is going to change. We're going to have a lot more plays for that darts tournament. So get ready for that. Like I said, that thing is 2 weeks long. So Corbin and I are determined to get out in front of those lines. So get ready for that December 15th in a couple weeks coming up. So that should be a nice Christmas present for us. So I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Don't forget, use that promo code LANG7, 7-day pass. Instant down to $69. It's the same as last week. I was so happy when they said, hey, if anybody wants to run a special, let us know. And I was like, any way we could do that 7-day pass? And they were like, sure. So take advantage of it. We don't get a chance to do it this often. So use the promo code LANG7. Instant discount on checkout. 7-day pass, $69. Andy Lang at WagerTalk.com. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for us. Like I said, we're up units, so we're feeling pretty good. I'm going to take it easy, hopefully end up with another winning week on Friday so we can get those bankrolls up, but love where we're at this week. So good luck on all your bets. Remember, don't overexpose yourself. Don't put too many units in play if it's not worth it. Like I said, we're sitting out NBA because it's been the one sport that's been kind of struggling with. So no reason to play it, especially if we're hitting an NHL. So good luck on all your bets. We'll see everyone tomorrow on the road to millions.